Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Apparel Academy. In this episode, we're going to tackle a question that's being asked by a lot of our customers, which is how can I use social media to gain new customers and increase awareness for my shop? While there are many different ways to market and grow your custom apparel business, in this episode, we're actually going to focus on the power and convenience of social media and giving you 5 actionable tips on how you can utilize this tool to grow your business. So let's get started with the first tip. Nothing is better than free, right? So you gotta use all the free resources you can get, starting with 2 of the most powerful social media platforms in today's world, which is Facebook and Instagram. The first thing to do is to make sure that you set up business accounts on these 2 platforms. Having a Facebook page allows you the chance to also advertise and target a specific audience on both Facebook and Instagram. You can boost a post on Facebook, or Instagram also has promoted or sponsored ads that you can buy to target a specific audience, either in your region or your ideal audience type. In both your contact info on your business Facebook page, as well as your profile on Instagram, you can include things such as your contact info, your business address, and your email, or even a link to your business website, so that when people come across your profile, they know how to contact you or visit your website if they want to learn more. On Instagram, you can even post an image and add in a shop feature onto the image so that if people are interested in the product that you've displayed, it will actually take them to an external link to the website or even your Etsy shop. Finally, both Facebook and Instagram allow you to have audience insights and statistics on who's viewing your profile or your page, and that gives you more information about who's actually visiting to allow you to hone in deeper and more detailed into who is your ideal client type. Tip number 2 on how to utilize social media to grow your brand or custom apparel business is posting good photos. By taking visually appealing images, it shows a very professional look for the products or services you provide. And with embroidery and custom apparel in general being such a visual field and visual industry, people want to look at the type of work you are doing so they can get an idea of what kind of services they can receive from you. And because embroidery and custom apparel is such a creative field, you want to show your creativity by taking appealing photos and stand out from the rest of the competition that just has a regular page. And you don't really need expensive equipment like cameras or professional lighting to take good photos. In fact, you can take them straight from your phone. Just spend a little bit of time and making it look nice with either filters or other tools that are absolutely free to edit the photo so that you can put up an appealing front to your prospects that are looking to buy. Some tactical tips that I will give you when taking photos is to have contrast in the product you're taking a photo of and its background. For example, if you have a black garment and you're trying to take a picture of it with a nice design on it, try to lay it against a white background so it stands out. Also, using natural lighting is best when trying to show the intricacy of an embroidered design. You also want to avoid having shadows in your photos to make it look more professional. Also, I will give you guys 2 free tools that you can use so that you can edit your photos and make it look professional. The first photo editing tool is quite popular and it's called Canva. You can actually use it to crop photos into Facebook or Instagram specs. You can edit it, and it even has templates that you can build off of to edit your photos. The other one is called Lightroom. There's a mobile app for it, and you can actually download it absolutely free. You can use it to edit saturation, the vibrancy of your photos, and save it directly onto your phone. Last but not least, if you want to take that extra step and go the extra mile, you can actually purchase these product photography kits on Amazon for a very affordable price, and this gives you things such as the lighting and background for you to take really good product photos. These kits don't cost that much, but the value you gain from them is tremendous because it makes your photos look more professional with the proper lighting and background, and it helps you stand out from the competition. The third tip I would give you regarding social media is to be consistent in order to stay on top of mind. This is something that a lot of business owners struggle with because they feel that social media is only something they can do when time permits. But in reality, if you're not consistent with your social media, you might as well not do it because people don't see a consistency with your brand and they might be put off by it. I do understand that as a small business owner, life gets in the way and you're doing 100 things at the same time. But if you are committed to doing social media, you definitely want to establish some sort of consistency. Do make some sort of schedule or cadence that fits your needs and you can accommodate with so that you can post on a consistent basis. Either set the same number of posts every week, or same time every week, you're going to make X number of posts. Whatever the case is, find a schedule and cadence that best suits you and stick to it. This way, you are teaching your audience what to expect and they grow accustomed to the fact that you are active. Here are social media tools that are absolutely free that I would recommend to you to help schedule and plan out your social media. The first one is called Hootsuite. You can actually use Hootsuite to plan out and schedule a post ahead of time, so you don't have to actually post live and you can schedule posts in batches. This allows you to do your entire social media for the entire month in one sitting without having to take up too much of your time. You can use this tool specifically to schedule out Instagram posts and Instagram stories. Finally, Preview. This tool allows you to schedule your posts, but also allows you to plan out your feed on your social media profile to look exactly the way that you want it to. Between running your embroidery or custom apparel business and completing orders, planning the social media content ahead of time and using these free tools to plan out the social media schedule not only helps you be more consistent on social media and start gaining an ROI from that, but it also frees up your time to do other things like taking care of customers. Research shows that it generally takes about 6 to 8 touch points for a cold prospect to get to know you and eventually transact with you. So you can see that the more consistent you are on social media, the more chances of you being seen and the more likely your followers are going to transact with you. The fourth tip that I will give you regarding social media is to know your audience. Now, this might seem self-explanatory, but you'll be surprised at how many businesses can't actually hone in on their ideal prospect. Instead of catering content to a specific audience that's ideal for your business, what most business owners do is try to cater to the masses, and therefore they can't hone in on a message that directly resonates with your ideal prospects. As a result, in trying to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one, and you end up not having the right message for the right people. Here are some tactical tips that I would give you in knowing your audience. The first of which is to do your research. Research the different hashtags and research different keywords that appeal to your audience or that your audience is actually searching. Doing this research allows you to schedule your posts with these hashtags or keywords in them so that it increases the likelihood of your audience finding you. Another tactical tip that I will give you is to really speak to your customers. Your customers know best, and you want to learn as much about them as possible. So just speaking with your customers when you're delivering an order or happen to come across them on social media, ask them what they're interested in and get to know more about them so that you can schedule your future content to tailor to that type of audience. Once you have a better idea of who your ideal audience is, you can tailor future content to send out a message that resonates with them, and that results in more likes, more engagement, and more following so that you can start building that core group of followers. If you're not getting the engagement or the traffic that you would like, think about whether you are targeting the right people. For example, it might not be your content, it might just be your targeting. Your content might be good, but it's not suitable for that audience. So honing in on your audience is critical to align the content you produce with the audience that actually views them. When starting out on social media, you always want to try with quantity and consistency first. That way you can find out what types of posts get the most engagement and then hone in and zero in on the type of content that's most engaging for your audience. Last but not least, the final tip I would give you is to engage with your audience. All the work that you've put in on managing your social media is for nothing if you don't engage with your audience. The best form of social media is a two-way street. It's actual engagement. Just doing your part of posting content is only half the battle. You have to make sure that you're engaging with your audience if they like or comment on your posts so that you can have a conversation. Be quick in responding to your audience's comments on your posts. Especially if they took the time to comment on your post, that means you're getting some engagement. The last thing you want to do is to not reply to their comment. Again, with social media, it's a two-way street. You want to make sure you're engaging in a conversation. One other way to grow your social media following via engagement is to also follow relevant people in the industry and engage on their content. Follow people who can be potential customers down the road and engage on their profile regarding posts that they've made in the past, or look for people that you can collaborate with to do some future content. Commenting something engaging on a potential customer's post will encourage them to check out your profile and perhaps do some business in the future. For example, if your business focuses on sororities, you might comment on a sororities crossing and engage in a conversation, letting them know that you actually provide crossing jackets or other embroidery services for their organization. In this conversation, you're not only engaging with them, but on the side, you're letting them know what you provide, and they might check out your profile and perhaps do business with you in the future. Last but not least, try to build a community on social media so that like-minded people can engage in conversation. For example, join Facebook groups and be active on there, contributing and answering people's questions about custom apparel. That might help people get to know you, and if they have a job that they want to outsource to, those that are more active are more likely to be noticed, and they might get in touch with you for some outsourced services. Also, you can join Facebook groups that your potential customers are members of so that you can engage in their conversation. As an example, if one of your potential clients is a local sports team like a soccer club, you can join a Facebook group regarding soccer and start to build potential relationships there. One thing to note when joining Facebook groups and engaging on social media is to not spam people constantly with your services. You should be genuinely interested in the group and contributing to the actual conversation, and as a result of that relationship, your clients are more likely to buy from you. Alright guys, so that's all for today. If you guys have found that content helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. I also want to encourage you to join our Facebook community, Embroidery and Custom Apparel Mastery, where you can join tens of thousands of apparel decorators and embroiderers and engage in the conversation. Finally, let me know if you follow any of these tips that I've mentioned, and comment below if you have other tips that you use on social media to grow your business. Okay, I hope you guys found this helpful, and see you guys next time.